Yo, I have both my kids with me today. My baby is like on my back. She's like, yeah, daddy.
Hello. Hello.
So obviously Manuel is a bit um
Iti
is a bit
tanggal
happy.
ulo ka.
Yes. When I started this, I didn't think Manuel would be here when I started live, and he's here. How are you guys? And where are you watching from? Today it's important sometimes to talk about healing, not healing in silence, but healing so loud. And other people just understanding that sometimes, we gotta try to heal from whatever that hurt us, whatever that we went through, because pain sometimes, as much as we wouldn't want it to be, it defines us. Pain somehow managed to define me. I'm so emotional about this because this week has been so difficult emotionally. So it has been one of the most difficult weeks I've ever had. Since I became a grown as adult. It's so difficult. Chorus. I've had so many. I've gone through so many difficult situations, and through all those difficult situations, somehow I always manage to come out like. Nani chorus. Okay, Ross, Benjared. Benjared. Okay, I figured as much. So um oh my god, my son, I even forgot what I wanted to say. But anyway, there are things that I realized that I've suffered so much and I've just kept quiet, and I've just been like, okay, as a woman, I have to be strong and just move past it. Even when people were continuously hurting me, continuously being toxic, I was like, you know what? It's fine. I'm a good person. I'm going to pray about this and I'm just going to let it go. But I didn't realize that this was literally me repressing my emotions, repressing my feelings, not being able to be expressive with people. And only now do I realize I have a constant headache the more I think about it. And now people are just always disrespectful. And now I'm starting to like, okay, I think now is time I heal. I set boundaries, and I'm trying to do all that because I don't want to be a mother that is like literally taking out my experiences with people on my kids. I don't want that. You know, my dad passed away while I was still very young. He was loving, he was caring, he was everything you could imagine. And through that, everything was happy. There were no grudges, there were no toxic traits, there were no favoritism, none of that. But guys, that was the turning point, the changing moment. I have the worst siblings you could ever think of in this world. The worst. Hi guys, sorry, hi. And don't forget to subscribe. Today we're healing together. If you have something you want to heal from, I think now is the right time. Because sooner or later it will catch up with you. My healing process or my traumas are literally catching up with me right now, and it's only now that I realize I think I need to heal. I need to let it all out. I'm turning 29 this year. Next month is my birthday, and next month is my birthday. And you know what? I just want to make sure that I heal from everything. I get over it. I get insulted. Almost Emmanuel. I'm talking to my son. Sorry. Emmanuel. Ara usina zina no kwamba nikumbe nibino kumulati. Ati zilosh kadipora. Asungo. Yani Janil. Jesus. Hi. Hi. So I normally just, hey Jan, I get insulted so easily. And I'm that person who is like, I'm just gonna go and pray about it. And usually it works. This is not working. I don't know if it's my brain, if I'm overthinking. It's just not working. It's not working the way I normally know that it's gonna work. And I've had to go back. And when I think, I'm starting to think maybe I'm overthinking this. I don't know. And I realize, yeah, I think I let a lot of people do disrespect. I let a lot of people disrespect me. And I shouldn't have. I didn't set any boundaries, none whatsoever. If you are like somebody who wants to insult, I'm like that crowd. You're like, yeah, you get a free pass. Goodness is the free pass. Zubuya is where you're gonna insult, and she's not gonna say anything. That's me. I won't say anything. This week I blocked so many people. I blocked so many people, and I want to ask, do I need to feel guilty for doing that? Do I? Because they're not reprocreating what I'm doing. I show love, I show up, you know. I do everything that shows that, I love you and I'm your sister and I'm your friend, I'm your sibling. And I don't receive any of that. And I just decided that I'm done. I've blocked so many people, and I'm still planning to block a lot of people without any explanation because they're not giving me the same energy that I give them. So I am like, I don't want to do this anymore. Am I bad for doing that? Will God hold me accountable for finally saying, I think it's my peace over anything at this point, because I feel like I'm gonna go crazy if I don't if I don't think about myself like that. I might just as well go crazy. And I don't want to go crazy. I don't want this constant headache. I have kids. You're seeing my daughter here. My son is that side. Imagine the bitterness that I would have if I don't do something about what other people do to me. Somebody's talking about breastfeeding. Before I go back to the to our journey, guys, um let me just say this. I don't think I will ever post um any breastfeeding video anytime soon because of the comments and the not necessarily the comments, the inboxes that I receive on my other my other social media accounts. It's so scary that such beautiful moments, other people want to turn it into something that is like a perversion to them. If you've seen that for the past 2 weeks, I haven't really uploaded anything. I haven't. That is because people have been asking crazy things, willing to pay. I literally had to investigate just to see how far these people are willing to go. How far is the perversion? And they realize even a kiss, when I'm kissing my daughter here, a kiss, it's a perversion to somebody. I'm really sorry. I'm still digesting and just thinking what to do next at the moment, because it's wild. It's wild. Today we talk about bullying. Let's stick to that, please. Let's stick to that. Anyway, So here at home we let me say we're many. Yes, we're many. And that situation creates such a toxic environment. It creates a toxic environment that if you don't come from the family, you don't know, you don't understand. They have favoritism. I remember once when I was like doing my university year, and I was I was told that I should come back home and stop studying. Oh my God, my daughter is being a bit fussy. I don't even know how to. Should I just stop the live and come back? I don't know. Baby girl, what's the problem? Oh, she's being so fussy. I'm trying to understand why. Baby, it's time to heal so that you get the best man ever. You know that, right? Mwah. Sometimes you don't realize the damage that people do to you until you realize when you're no longer smiling like you used to, you know, when you're just always moody, when you don't love as much as you used to, pray as much as it used to. I'm really struggling because my mind is like always filled with my mind is always filled with this crazy thoughts like, okay, somebody did this to me, and they don't feel bad about it. If I wrong somebody, I normally apologize, but if somebody wrongs me, no one apologizes. No one. I just have to like cry and be okay about it and move past it. No one is coming with an apology. I last night. Hi. How are you, DJ? You're coming back. I think DSJ. Yeah, something like that. you know, last night something happened, and I was like, I went to a friend and I asked, would it be wrong if I cut off this person? This person, I can't get rid of this person permanently. At some point, I'm gonna have to deal with them. But right now, just for my sanity, for my sake, and stuff like that, I should get rid of them. And later on, I don't, I won't have to feel anything. Would it be wrong? And she was like, "You would be wrong to do that." But I blocked them anyway because I want peace. The only thing you can't run away from is family. I can't run away from that. I really cannot.